Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm having all kinds of technical difficulties tonight. The internet was out, and then the computer was not working. The iPad is dead. It's been a whole thing. All right, but let's see who's here. My goodness. Hello, Robert. Hey, Deborah. Hi, Marilyn and Deanne. Hey, Tia. Hi, Robin and Crystal. Hello, Rebecca. Hey, Charlavain. What you making for dinner? I'm hungry. There's Deanne and Gail and Diamond Queen. Hello, hello. Hi, Mickey. Thank you for showing your support, Mickey. I always appreciate it. Hello, Odd But Nice. And Jerry, Amanda, welcome. Hey, Danielle. Okay. So I literally have just been having like one issue after another. So I'm going to say, if my internet goes back down, because they're doing some work, they're digging across the street for something. And so I guess the lines that are buried got affected. So if my internet goes back down, I don't know how long it'll take to come back up. Okay, so if I just happen to blink out, that's what's going on. So I apologize, Rebecca. That's why I was not in your live, is I had no internets. Tonight, though, we are going to be working on the Stitchonomy Sal. This is the Stitchonomy Winter 2021 or 2020. It's one of them Sals. It's a Sal. So this is what I've gotten done so far. It's kind of like a banner type of a Sal, and I'm about 3 releases behind. So I'm going to show you guys the pattern, and there's my iPad coming back up finally. So the pattern, I'm trying not to show you too much, kind of is a band sampler like that. And so I'm going to be stitching some Quaker type stars tonight, and I think we're going to do those. My friend Kim got me some white off of the cones. So, you know, they sell those big cones for like embroidery. She got one of those, and she said this floss somehow is thicker than the normal DMC floss, and that I might like my white stitches better if I use this rather than using the regular white DMC. So we're going to give it a try and see if that is in fact the case. Hopefully, because I hate my stitches. They look kind of puny compared to everything else. So like if you look, those of you that cross stitch will know what I'm talking about. So if you look, if I get it up nice and close, do you see how like in that green, those stitches are really good coverage? But then when I come up here to the white, it's not as good a coverage. And I know that's a little bit blurry. That should be better. I don't like the coverage in the white compared to in the colors. So I hope you guys can see what I'm talking about. And again, my camera doesn't auto adjust. So stick with me here. Let me get the iPad going so I can see comments. Okay, there we go. All kinds of tech issues. I'm just saying. Okay, let's see. I missed Carla, hello, and Rob, and Crazy Cat Lady. Hey, Samantha. Charlemagne's making chicken, fried steak, and baked potatoes. Charlemagne, I'll be over there just as soon as I get done with what I'm working on now. As soon as I go off live, I'll be there for dinner. All right, so we are going to pull our strand of white, and we're all going to pray real hard that this works, and I like the way it looks, because, yeah. Hey, Mayhem. Hey, Deanne. You know what? I really don't know what count this is. I honestly cannot remember. I think it's probably 18 count. If I had to make a guess off the top of my head, I think it's 18 count. But I cannot remember. It was one that I bought off of one of the buy-sell groups for cross stitch. And I bought it quite a while ago, and I had it in my stash. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do this. And I think these colors, this is like one of those, you can kind of choose your own colors as you go. And so I just chose some different pastels. So here are my colors that I chose to do this style in. So just some really nice pastel shades. And then that really pretty emerald green that popped out. So, and that was all stuff that I had in my stash. So this is a stitch from stash. Kind of like you diamond painters do when you go to your stash and choose one. This is my stitch from stash. So yeah. Hello, Ginger. Welcome. And Mayhem and Rob. I think I've said hi. Hey, Pippa. No problem. Do your thing. What are you stitching on, Pippa? You at least have to tell us what you're stitching on. Okay, Rob says his lockdown life reached perfection today. He finally found a bag of KFC flavored crisps. That's chips for us. And yes, the flavor is spot on. I don't know about that. KFC flavored chips. I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Everybody give your opinion in chat nicely. Give your opinion nicely while I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 2. All right, let's see. We're going to go over 1, 2, 4, and 5. And that's where we're going to go into. So, something special happened today, and y'all know I don't usually get political on here. But just in case somebody was living under a rock, we inaugurated a new president today. I'm not going to say my opinions on it or anything like that. I did watch the inauguration, which is, I don't watch the news, so that was pretty big for me. I thought that they handled things really well. Can we talk about, if anybody else watched it, I want to talk about that little girl that's the poet laureate, though, because she just became my new spirit animal. She slayed it. I was just like, oh my goodness. Can you imagine? I think they said she was 22. I don't know that I would have had the composure at 22 to get up on a stage like that, knowing that there are millions and millions of people watching, and nailed it the way she did. Oh my goodness. And there were some Hamilton quotes in her little speech. I did notice that. I caught those. But yeah, she blew my mind. I was so impressed by her and the poem that she read. I really loved it. I don't know if if that was something she wrote or if it was something that was already written. I keep getting conflicting information on that, but I was very seriously impressed. Very impressed. Not so impressed with Lady Gaga. I'm like, it's not really your stage. Maybe you should tone it down a little bit, but then it's Lady Gaga. So, okay. But that dress, I was just like, please don't fall down the stairs. She was probably going, please don't fall down the stairs. So yeah, but I did watch it, and there's always hope and that things will get a little bit better at least. And that is all that I will say on the political agenda. But yeah, I believe her name was Amanda. Is that right? She really impressed me. I thought that might have been the best part. Okay. So let me go back up and check up on, bring yourself on. All right, I'll be there. Isn't it fun to shop your stash? It is. So every once in a while, I like to go into my stash because you like forget what you have sometimes. And especially, you know, the way I was buying a lot this year. That was kind of my part of my therapy. This year, I just spent a lot of money on crafts. I think a lot of us did that. And so, yeah, I forget that I have things, or I've kitted things up and then I've changed my mind. Like I found some Lugana fabric that I had that I'd also bought off of the stash unload, and realized that that would be perfect for the project that I didn't have it kitted up with. And I had kind of forgotten about it. So yes, I really enjoy getting into my stash every now and then and really looking and seeing and reminding myself of what I have. What I purchased in my stress-induced buying. Okay. So far, these stitches are really coming out good. I like the way that they look. So I may be purchasing a cone. If this is just, this feels different. It feels much better than the regular stuff. Pippa is working on her steady thread sal layout. I don't think I know which one that is. Janine prefers dill flavored chips. She was, yeah, she definitely was. I know I said little girl, but yeah, she's 22. Like, yeah. She said she wrote it, only finished it on Riot Day. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that is, I thought that was really good. Let me just, yeah, that's the right spot. Double check there before I get too far into it. So yeah, I did watch that coverage today, and, you know, wish him all the best and hope that he can really work out the things that he wants to work out. That'll be better for the country. So Danielle is stitching on her Leslie Tier cell. I don't know how to do that. Working on Psalm 8 by Mandy Manzano. I don't think I know which one that one is either. Y'all, I'm way out of the loop on diamond paintings. I have been cross-stitching and crocheting pretty much. So if you were here last week, you saw that I caught up on my temperature sal through the 13th, which means I'm now behind again because I haven't stitched on it since then. So next week, Crafting Journey, Rebecca Crafting Journey, and I will be doing a joint live. So we'll be on, I believe, for 2 hours if we can make it that long. We're going to try for 2 hours, and we will be together, and we'll be working on our temperature blankets. And so I will do the last however many days that will be. I'll catch up on mine. I'm not sure exactly what she'll do. She may be in the same boat as I am. 2 and 1 right here. But yes, we will be together next week. So if you are on your temperature sals, and I have been seeing everybody's pictures of their sals and stuff, and I'm loving the color combinations everybody has come up with. I like how different everything is. Some people have different stitches that they're using. So I'm super excited to see how they all turn out, you know, kind of as we go. But I'm very impressed by you guys already. And I thank you for participating with us. It's going to be a long year, but I think we're going to be fine. You know, getting that done, I was super excited that I was able to stitch as fast as I did, crochet as fast as I did last week, even though we stayed on a little bit longer than normal. I was able to get caught back up. So I was very excited about that. Made me feel pretty good since I'm such a slow stitcher. It's like I can still crochet. Yay! So excited. Okay, let's see. I missed lots of stuff. I missed it and still working on it, maybe. Thank you, Deanne. Carla says she started to cross stitch as well as diamond paint. You're starting with stamped cross stitch to get your feet wet. Pattern is called the Dinosaur Castle. Very cool. I haven't done the stamped cross stitch. I really did jump in with the counted cross stitch, but I know several people have done the stamped ones and really enjoyed them. And really, it's kind of like diamond painting. When you first start diamond painting, it feels kind of awkward until you really find your rhythm and the setup that works for you and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's just one of those things. It takes some practice. It takes some time. I was looking when we were doing the lives or the premieres for Pippa's thing that she does in January or in, y'all, I'm not talking well tonight. In December, when Pippa does the Christmas premieres, I was going through and I did a stash dive into my cross stitch stuff. And I really up close, I could tell the ones that I had started like this time last year when I started stitching compared to the ones that I had started later in the year. The quality of the stitches. I actually at some point changed the direction of my stitches. I don't know when that happened. But at some point I changed the direction. So I go usually top or bottom right to top left. And then I go top left or top right to bottom left. So I kind of do this. And I was noticing on some of those older projects that I actually did it the other way to where my stitch went this way was actually on top instead of the one that went this way. So I thought that was very interesting. I didn't realize, I don't know what happened or when I changed it, but apparently at some point I did. So yeah. That's the only painting from Black Friday that you ran out of money to get. Was definitely on a back then, yeah. That B word. Hello, Kara. Hey, basketball's fun. I'm not the biggest basketball fan, but at this point, after 2020, I'm just happy to have sports back. Maybe that's just me, but I do like sports. So hopefully we're actually going to get Olympic Games this year. What is it? Somebody tell me, because I freaking adore the Olympic Games, right? For sports that I never watch unless they're Olympic sports, okay? I mean, I'm not watching badminton or anything, but does anybody else do that? Does anybody else feel that way? Like, I freaking love the Olympics. I have ever since I was little. That's the wrong hole. So we're just going to back out here. Ever since I was little, I have been obsessed with the Olympics. When it is the Olympics, I watch it constantly. Like, I come home, it's on, I turn it on, I record stuff. I don't know what it is about the Olympics, but I absolutely love them. And for sports, I don't even know what's happening. I mean, I can't tell you a single rule of downhill skiing, but I like watching it. I know they're not supposed to go out of the lines. That's about it. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm hoping that we will get an Olympics this year. Fingers crossed that everything will still work out for them. I felt really bad for the athletes that they literally have trained their entire lives. And then can you imagine how devastating it would be to have been healthy in August when the Olympics were supposed to happen and then get hurt between now and next year. Like, I can't even imagine. I would be so mad at the world at that point, I think. Okay, there's those 3. Let me see. Go back up because I'm missing stiff. Marilyn says, you put in the temperature tree on hold, ordered 11 count Ada. Your eyes didn't like the 14, so you should be starting again by Saturday. Well, that's awesome, Marilyn, and you'll be able to use more. You'll have to use more floss, more strands on that 11 count, but it'll be really cool to see how you do that and how you adapt that. She also ordered a really cute stamped cross-stitch owl. Very nice. Yeah, I definitely found my rhythm. You're right. Very right, Danielle. I just said that, didn't I? Crystal says, working and listening tonight, really trying hard to diamond paint tonight. Yeah, Crystal and I had a conversation last night about crocheting. I took her down that rabbit hole. I think she's done 3 blankets now. So she's real deep into it, y'all. Real deep. She can't get out. I don't know if she wants out, but she can't get out. Tia says she can stay up around the clock 24/7. Original triple class member to watch curling, ping pong, gymnastics track, skiing, pipe jumping. Exactly, Tia. Like, I don't even know. I'm like, how? No to be offended. How is badminton an Olympic sport? Someone please tell me. And yet, if it's on, I will watch it. Table tennis. Oh, yeah. Do you guys know what I mean? I don't know. I really hope, fingers crossed. Does anyone trade patterns? Just asking. What do you mean, Janine? Like cross-stitch patterns, or I'm assuming cross-stitch patterns is what you mean? Do you have an in-depth video on starting a temperature blanket? Not really. I talked about it in a live. I talked about how I chose my colors, or why I chose the colors that I did. I talked about, we went through and together, I showed you guys how I was going to split it up. So mine split up into 15-degree implements or increments, use the right words. But there are videos I know for a fact on YouTube about doing temperature blankets. So if you want to give those a look-see, that would probably be a good place to start. I basically decided which stitch I was going to use, which I chose corner to corner, and then I chose my colors, and then I figured out that I was going to be doing a square for each month. And someone remind me to circle back to how I'm going to even out the months. Somebody had asked me about that this week. And I'm just kind of winging it and making it work. Now that works because I'm an experienced crocheter. Up 1 and over 1. So if you need a little more help than that, send me a private message over in Facebook and I'll be happy to help you figure out, your setup and everything. Sorry. Crystal, you ordered the K hook today. Okay. Deanne loves the Olympics. Tia is going to have Craft and Journey and her mom on her live tonight. Yeah, buddy. I'm going to be there. Maybe they should do domestic Olympics. Maybe. So I watch a couple of, I've got Cody Miller. He is an Olympic swimmer. And he has a YouTube channel. And I really like his channel because it's very positive. It's very similar to what I try to do here. And, you know, he takes you to practices and to meets and things like that. So they just got back from a meet here in San Antonio, down here in Texas. And, you know, so he was talking about, you know, they're starting their journey to the Olympics and all of that kind of stuff. That's what got me thinking about it today. I know there's several gymnasts that have their own channels. I'm sure that there are other people in other sports that also have their own channels as well. And they kind of take you through what it's like to compete and all of that kind of thing. So I hope that was in the right spot. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of free, if you do a Google search for free cross stitch patterns, most of the designers, the cross stitch designers at some point have put out at least one free one. I downloaded some the other day from fatquartershop.com. They have a free section and they have several in their free section. I was looking for a Valentine one that I could do. And I want to make a little pillow out of it to put over in my decorative backdrop area if I ever get back to filming videos. So I was going to do a little pillow out of that one. And this one, when I signed up, this one was free, but that was like pre-sign-ups. This one now is, I think, $5. But yeah, just look, there's a lot of free sales. The other sale that I'm doing, the Linen and Threads 2020 sale, or 2021, that's the year we're in. That one is free. And you just buy your stuff to do it. No problem, Uncrafty. Robin, that was you. Okay. I have thoughts to even it out, but not sure. Melissa, hey, Melissa, keeping your temperature blanket real simple and just doing single crochet all the way. Did the math, and it should be about 8 feet long when you're done. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like, I was trying to figure out on mine, you know, which size my squares needed to be and all of that kind of stuff. And I finally decided to just wing it. And then if I get to the end of the blanket with just my 12 months, if it's not big enough, then I'll just do I'm planning to do some solid squares to make it long enough or wide enough. And I'm okay with that because I'm making the blanket for me, so it doesn't need to be planned out and plotted out, you know, to death, even though I really like doing those things. So what I'm going to be doing, let me grab my piece that I've already got done. Oh, sorry, I moved the whole table. Okay. So my plan for my blanket, as you can see, this is the piece that I have. And this is about half of the month of January. So right now, it is just at 13 inches. So I've got 2 more days to add. So that looks like each day is about an inch. So my squares look like they're going to be about 15 by 15 inch squares when I'm done. Okay. So if I want to get technical, I can chart that out and figure out how wide I want to make it and how tall I want to make it. So what I'm going to do to even it out, so some months, we all know some months have, like February has 28 days. Most months have 30. There's some that have 31. So what I'm doing in order to even that out, February will be a challenge because it's got so few, but most months I've only got to make up 1 row of a difference, right? Between 30 and 31. So if you notice here in the corner, this first row and this second row are the same color, even though those days are different. So this row and this first and second row here, I did those specifically the same color because this is where I'm going to take out that day. So January has 31 days. So I'm making all of my corner pieces. The first day of the month will be 2 rows worth. And then when I get to the end, I'm going to do it every day. And then let's say when I get to February, my square is not going to be closed. So I'm just going to, whatever that last day was, I'm just going to use that to close out the month. I'm not worried about this being like super specifically correct. So that's what I'm planning to do with mine. I hope that made sense. So like if there's 31 days, or if there's 30 days in a month, I can eat that here or at the other end. And that's basically what I'm going to do. Did that answer your question, Robin? I hope it did. I hope that made sense. Thank you, Tia. Started your corner to corner thanks to how gorgeous yours is. Thank you. I discovered corner to corner. Oh, I guess it's been about 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago now, and absolutely fell in love with it. It has become like my go-to stitch because it stitches up so easily and so fast. Most of the blankets that I've made in the last couple of years have been corner to corner. I really hate chaining also. And so in corner to corner, you don't have to chain. The most you chain is 6. And I'm here for it. So yeah, instead of doing one big long chain, so like Melissa Barker, when she does hers, she'll have to chain however many, stitches that she wants her blanket to be wide. And then she'll have to make sure she keeps count on those single crochets to keep her edges even. To where with corner to corner, I don't have to worry about any of that. I'm not saying one way is better than the other. I'm just stating my preference for not chaining. If that makes sense. I appreciate not chaining. There we go. Thank you, Melissa. So Robin says, I think so. I'm thinking of using the color I'm going to use to join to add extra rows at the beginning or the end. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm just using the color that would represent that day instead. Is that right? That doesn't look right. Nope, it needs one more stitch. Let's try this again. Okay. So last week we talked about Bridgerton, right? And I had watched Bridgerton and I literally binge watched it on a Sunday, got through the entire season and was just like, yes, thank you so much. This is the best thing already this year. And even though it came out last year, I didn't see it till 2021. So this week I downloaded the second book in the series, which is called The Viscount Who Loved Me. And I listened to it on Audible with one of my credits. And I actually really liked it. It was funny. I really liked the main character, the heroine of the book, if you will. I really enjoyed her. She's very funny. She's a very strong character, which I appreciated. But it is the book for Anthony, who is the oldest brother of the Viscount, obviously. Daphne's older brother, for those of you that have seen it. The one that is having the affair with the opera singer. So I don't know if I would necessarily recommend it as reading. If you enjoy romance novels and period romance novels, then you will really enjoy this one. It was very light, a very light read. Nothing major going on, which I found I kind of need lately. just an unproblematic, fun read. Totally missed the eye of the needle there. Let's try that again. So yeah, I would recommend that. And I talked Mayhem's ear off about it. She's just like, She was so nice to listen. So I think what I'm going to do, I've got to listen to Where the Crawdads Sing, which is our book club that Crafting Journey does. That is the book that we have chosen. That we're going to be talking about on Sunday. 1, 2, that's correct. So if you would like to join us for that, we are reading Where the Crawdads Sings, or Where the Crawdads Sing. Tia, have you read it yet? I haven't even started it. So yeah, tomorrow and Friday, that's probably what I'll be listening to at work. Crystal says it was awesome. So I was talking to my sister. She read this about a year ago, and she's been recommending that I read it pretty much continuously. And she's like, pretty much you either love it or hate it. So everyone that I've talked to has enjoyed it so far. But yeah, so I've got to get that done because, you know, I'm procrastination nation over here lately. So I'll be listening to that for the next 2 days at work and getting through it. And we'll talk about it in book club on Sunday. Yes, you've read it. You're not quite finished, but it is a great book. It's a good page turner. Okay. We like page turners, don't we? Whoops. Totally lost the needle on that. Let's try this again. Yeah, I'm definitely having much more success with the way my stitches are laying without railroading with this cone thread. So I will be buying a cone of floss next payday. For sure. Because this is much better. Anyway, so yes, Melissa, you need to add it. It does get a little raunchy about episode 6 or so after they get married. It gets a little hot and heavy. So if that's not your thing, you can fast forward through those parts. It's pretty raunchy through the whole thing, but it's not like, it's like Sex and the City raunchy rather than Game of Thrones raunchy, if that makes sense. It's not just gratuitous. Let's put it that way. Okay, we're going to go up 1 and over 1. Anywho, so that's what I have been doing with my time. And then I caught up on some of my TV shows that I watch and started watching Lone Star Law, which I didn't, or Northwoods Law, that's what it's called. Northwoods Law, it's on Animal Planet, and it follows the game wardens. I've talked about Lone Star Law, which is the one that they do in Texas. The Northwoods one they do in like New Hampshire and Vermont and places like that. So if you like really, you know, animals and all of that kind of thing, that's a show, good show to watch. But I missed the whole season, so I'm watching it on demand and catching up on it and really enjoying it so far. It's kind of one of those, I can turn it on, I can stitch, I can crochet, I can do other things because you don't have to think about it too much, but it's still pretty entertaining. They get tickets for like being drunk on their ATVs and stuff in the snow. It's pretty awesome. So after the kids go to bed then, yes. Exactly. Yeah, I said raunchy. I did. Is a little shoulder rubbing, a little knee rubbing. Yeah. Tia. Come on, girl, get with it. Uh-oh. Okay, this did not go correctly, did it? No, it did not, because I am doing this completely wrong. Okay. See there? I got going. I got my rhythm going, and I was wrong. So let me find a regular needle, which will be easier to pull this out with. And we're going to frog. Which, you know, is always loads of fun. So when I frog cross stitch, I use one of the actual like pointy needles, and I just pop it under the stitch and then pull the floss out, which I find to be much easier than trying to cut it, you know, with the seam rippers. I don't like going in with the seam rippers. I'm always afraid I'm going to tear the fabric. Okay, that is the correct one. All right. Put this back up. And we'll be ready to try again. Where is my needle? There it is. Yeah, and I've been using, those of you that cross stitch, this is one of those ball tip needles. I talked about these last week. This is like the best thing ever. I am absolutely loving these ball tip needles. Now, they're expensive. They're like $8 for two, but so worth it. All right, so we're going to go this way instead of the other way. Dang it, y'all. Whew, it's going to be one of them days. It's just one of them days that a girl goes through. Who sang that? Who was that? Back in the 90s. Tia should know. Tia, who sang that? Heading over to improve your mind. Exactly. I mean, they do, it's a little bit of history. They've got some really good etiquette in there. They use words that you may have to look up. So it might be in a mind improving situation. You never know. At least you caught it early, but no one likes to frog. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, see, I got Diamond Queen singing that song in her head too. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not wrong. Sometimes that song goes through my head and I'm just like, you need to stop. Anyway. Oh, wow. It's already 7:44. I'm sorry, guys. Let's do Wednesday wins. So I did tell you guys last week to help keep me accountable for working on my house and getting it all organized and cleaned up. And I actually exceeded my set goals last weekend. So that is my Wednesday win. I'm actually further ahead on the house cleaning situation than I thought I would be. I got more done. So I was very excited about that. I even took the filter out of the dishwasher and cleaned it. Like, it got serious up in here. So yeah. So that is my Wednesday win for the week, is that I am further along on that than I thought I would be, and I'm very proud of it. Okay. Nope, that was right. Okay. So what are y'all's Wednesday wins? So Deborah, hello Deborah, says that her Wednesday win is she finished Fire and Ice. Excuse me. Very nice. Very nice. That one's a pretty one. How long did it take you to finish it? And let me get my finishing bell out. There's your cowbell for a finish. Danielle says her Wednesday win is you're up to date with all of your sales. Listen, that gets cowbell too. That is hard to do. Very nice, Danielle. I'm very proud. I am not up to date with all of my sales. I am, in fact, way behind in all of my sales. I'm not mad about it, but I am definitely behind. See, Diamond Queen says you got a promotion at work and Friday is your birthday. You got your birthday picked out for Friday night and she cannot wait. Well, happy early birthday. I'm going to go ahead and say that in case I don't see you before then. And I hope that you have a lot of fun on your birthday. I kind of hate that mine is so early in January, simply because it kind of gets rolled in with Christmas and the rest of the holidays. And then I just have like the rest of the year not to look forward to anything other than the retreat. And we do have one spot left open for the retreat. So we have one spot. If you would like to go, PM me and I will give you the information that you need. And this is for the retreat in Hamilton, Missouri in October. So, or if you know someone that wants to come, let me know that as well. All right, I've missed some people. Let's try this again. Pippa says, after the Christmas New Year funk, I started to get back into recording again. You did. I've seen lots of videos pop up. I was very happy to see you back. Let's see. Hold on. Down one, over one. So yeah, you've been doing a really good job about the recording. I still have not got back into the recording process. I do have a floss tube that I need to record. I've got some new stuff that I showed you guys last week. Talking about, you know, my stitchy plans for the year, all of that kind of stuff. So I just need to get it recorded. Last time when I did the premiere video, my phone was it kept telling me it was full. So yeah, just the actual uploading part of it, oh my goodness, took forever. Also this week we have new mods. I don't know if you guys noticed that, or not new mods. We have some new mods in addition to our go-to mods, our reliable mods. So I don't know if some of you noticed that you came up blue this time where you had not previously. But I did that as we were leaving last week. I remembered that was something that I had been planning to do. So I kind of sneakily just went in and added some folks. Okay, let's go back over here. Janine says, putting in more than 8 hours and squeezing in some diamond painting on your breaks. Diamond painting on your breaks. I have thought about taking my cross stitch to work with me, but then I'm afraid I wouldn't ever actually get any work done because I would just start cross stitching and like lose track of time. So I haven't done that yet. But yeah, if you're able to do that on your break, go for it. It is definitely a good stress reliever. Deborah says her Fire and Ice took her 11 days. That ain't bad, girl. That ain't bad. That's much faster than I could do it. Deanne says, I had a good yearly review and got a good raise in spite of COVID slowing us down at work. Yeah, hey, girl. Deanne's paying for the first round of drinks when we get to the retreat, y'all. Amanda says, everyone should go to the retreat. You had a great time. We did have a good time. We all had fun. Yeah, Amanda. See, you're one of those. You're blue. I got some Smurfs going. Well, Danielle, you might have to be waiting because I don't know when I'm going to make the time to do it. I'm not good about that part. But I know what I'm going to talk about when I do it. So there's that at least. Are there any other Wednesday wins? I know I saw some people that, aren't normally here. So Wednesday wins or anything positive that happened this week, things that you finished, goals were met. If you got out of bed, it was a good week. Don't get Deanne too drunk. We have a shoulder roll challenge. That's right. They're going to have a diva off at the retreat, Tia and Deanne. I cannot wait to see it. I think it's going to be awesome. I don't know if y'all have seen, there's a video on the internet of Tia singing along with Aretha. And I think that's what happened to get the shoulder roll challenge going, the diva off. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. I anticipate we're going to be dancing a little more this time than we did the last time. We have the space for it, for sure. Yeah, you were into it, girl. I was not even hating on it at all. I thought it was great. I mean, that's what I do in the shower, but if you want to do it in a room full of people, go for it. Amanda says you got through the mound of laundry called Emma's clothes since she was born. All organized and sorted to give to my nieces. Very nice. Yeah, the bedroom is going to be the last room in the house that gets organized. Because I'm going to have to Marie Kondo that to save my life. Because I've got so many clothes. I used to be like a clothes hoarder. And every time I got paid, I would go buy more clothes, even though I didn't need them. And then I would wear the same outfits every day. Like I have the same 10 outfits that I wear all the time. So yeah, it is time. I've got Halloween costumes from 2010 still hanging in my closet. I can't wear those anymore. I'm just letting you know right now. So yeah, needless to say, it's time. All right, let's see. Got that one done. Got that one done. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Look at the bottom of the pattern, not the top of the pattern, and we will be just fine. Untwist. Yeah, this yarn. Okay. So if you're struggling, those cross stitchers, if you're struggling with your white stitches, for sure get a cone because these stitches look so much better than the regular DMC white. I am definitely a fan, for sure. Crazy Cat Lady says, I made a note of who goes live when, so you don't miss any. Very nice. And you know what? If you don't go to a live, it's okay. We all understand. Creators understand that everybody else has lives too. I don't go to everybody's lives. I've got other things sometimes that I have to do. I'm never going to be like, you aren't in my live, da 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 da. So yeah, if you want to be there, be there. If you don't stress about it. But I'm glad that you have a schedule that if that's what you want to do and that helps you to stay on track, I'm all for it. So, and I'm always happy to have you here. If you want to be here, I'm happy to have you. Let's see. Deanne says, yeah, Billy will be getting us line dancing. I bet I can hang with Billy. Me and Billy be over there line dancing to beat all. Maybe we'll get a little two-step going. I bet Billy can do an awesome two-step. All right, Tia, remind me. We're gonna get Billy to two-step. We'll see how good he is. Robert says his Wednesday win is the doctor called the X-ray and everything on your feet is good. I'm glad to hear that, Robert. Amanda says, I was going to do it last, but I'm tired of sharing my sleeping bubble, so I cleared her bed of clothes. Fair enough. But is she actually going to sleep in her bed? Because I'm kind of doubtful on that. I think she enjoys sleeping with Mama. What is cone thread? Okay, so hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up on my browser here and show you. DMC, not Run DMC. So a DMC cone looks like this. It's literally a cone of thread. So you can see like that one is 450 yards of thread. That's the one that I'll be getting. It's on sale right now at Joann's for $17.49. And so if you can imagine like a regular skein of floss is 8 yards. And it's about, I think they're at like 60 cents right now, something along those lines, 62 cents for one of those. So if you multiply, let's see, somebody do the math with me. If we take 450 yards divided by 8, that's 56 skeins at 60 cents each. That's $33. So the cone is actually more cost effective, and I'm loving the way that the stitches lay much, much better than on the regular white that comes like this. It's like this floss. It's almost like this is thicker thread, and so it's laying down better. So, but yeah, that's what a DMC cone is. I know, sorry, Joann's, I know carries them in the store if they have if the Joann's you go to has that like sewing center, you know, in the middle of the store where they have all of the sewing machines. I know that you can buy the cones over there. They're for embroidery for the machines. But you can also order it online if your store doesn't have that. So my store has a whole wall that you can get like all of the colors. So I'm going to be rolling to the Joann's to get me some. Oh, hey, there's Billy. He must have been listening. His ears, Billy, were your ears burning? It is hard to hit everybody's lives. Yeah, for sure. Billy says he does a hella good two-step. I knew it. She did at nap time today, but I did tell her no snack or TV time if she got out. Mean mom skills mastered. Very nice. Okay. Maybe it's just take a little bit at a time, and that's all she needs. Let's see. He was very happy with your x-ray. I'm glad to hear that, Robert. Yeah, so everybody start practicing your line dancing. And then we'll put on some country and we'll do some line dancing for our daily exercise at the retreat. How does that sound? Somebody's going, I'm not coming. If they're line dancing, I'm not going. Yeah, Billy said he was editing. See? Oh, mod mistake. Marilyn, are you okay? I can see something about bed, or maybe you're going to bed. It's okay, Amanda. We've all done it. I can't tell you guys how many times I've been a mod on someone's channel, and I usually am on my cell phone. And so I'm hanging around and I'm carrying my cell phone, and then I'll accidentally like go to drop it, and I'll like bobble it and just be deleting people all over the place. So I've totally done it before. I completely understand. I hope Janine is not upset. I don't think she will be, as long as you didn't block her so she can't talk at all, which I can go in and undo if I need to. Janine, are you still there? She did not mean to delete your message, hun. Yeah, see, Tia's done the bobble thing too, I'm sure. Got that iPad out. It happens. Don't beat yourself up over it. Yeah, Janine's still there. Okay. Worst is when you accidentally put someone in timeout. Yeah, I blocked somebody on accident one time. Like, totally kicked them off the channel. Bobbling the phone completely on accident. Didn't mean to do it. Had to like send a message and apologize and just be like, hey, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. Yeah. It's happened for sure. Oh, you have tons of embroidery thread. Okay. Listen, your phone, that is not what your phone got what you were laying down. It did not pick up that message. That's okay. My phone does that sometimes too. So yeah, I'm enjoying this embroidery floss off the cone. Way better. I mean, if I buy 450 yards of white, I may not ever have to buy white again, or at least for at least a year, right? It should last at least that long. Damn it, I just did it again. Oh, pardon the language. I keep going sideways instead of diagonally. No worries, Marilyn. I just wasn't completely sure what was happening. All right, so let's try this again. Here we go. I'm totally getting the dunce cap. No, you're not. You're fine. Don't beat yourself up over it. Like I said, we've all done it at one point or another. Go. We're almost done. Don't know, is Sherry going live tonight? Am I over my time? One more right here. Fat fingers on phone keys. Fair enough. Do that too. I hate texting, you guys. I really do. Like, it, and I know it's because I'm one of those people, I look at the computer all day long. And when you look at the computer all day, I don't want to come home and look at my phone and do the same types of messages. So I'm like, people will text me. Crystal found this out last night. Crystal texted me asking, she had a cross stitch question or a crochet question. And I just called her and I was like, hey, I can do this so much faster if I just tell you. So yeah, I'm one of those, I am a phone person. So are you a texter or are you a caller? That's a good question to ask. A texter or a caller? I am definitely a caller. I would much rather talk to you and hear your voice than I would texting. You know, within reason is what I mean. So yeah, and these little magnet things that Kim gave me for Christmas are also seriously awesome. And you could use them for diamond painting. They would actually hold your diamond paintings really well when you rolled them up because they're magnetic. I was thinking about this the other day because I rolled up my The 10th by Mandy Manzano that I've been working on for Winter with DAC. I went to roll it up the other day, and I put mine back in the DAC boxes because those are nice, sturdy boxes. And I was like, you know what? If I had extra of these, because you can get these in different lengths, those would make really, really good holders for a diamond painting. So like you could roll your diamond painting up, and you can see this is just a cable. And so you got one of the longer ones. You could roll your diamond painting up and then put this over it in a couple of spots. And because that's a really strong magnet. I mean, it takes some force to separate those. Those would be really good for that. So those of you that are diamond painters, that may be a good idea for you to do if you roll yours up and work on several projects at once. Just an idea. You may or may not get some if you come to the retreat. Just saying. Just saying. Of course, now I can't get it back on here. Okay, so no live, no videos popping up. Okay, so we're just going to go until I decide to stop. Does that sound cool? Or do y'all want to go and eat dinner? It's whichever. Got 3 more stars left. So maybe we'll do 1 more star and then we'll call it a night. All right, so we're going to go 1, 2, and start here. Good old loop start method. That's my favorite way of starting. Obviously, that's how I always start. But yeah, I was looking at different projects that I need to work on. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to finish this SAL, which should be finished by mid-February. So get this one finished. This will be my first finish of the year. And then I would like to do a couple of smalls, you know, like 50 by 50 ones, like I said, to make pillows for my Valentine's decor. I found this super cute little raccoon that is holding a heart. And I think it's like a 30 by 40 or something like that. So it's not, you know, it's just really small. So I should be able to do that in a day or two. And get that done. So that would be my second finish of the year, so that I could put it with my Valentine decor. Doing this right? Yep. And then I need to catch up on the linen and thread SAL, which right now the January release was just the framework. So it's just lots of straight lines, which take a surprisingly long time to stitch. So I need to be working on that. And then that one will come out again the last day of the month, which, because they're so far ahead of us, we get it the night before instead of on the 1st. And then after that, I'm going to pick up, I'll just have the 1 SAL, and then I'm going to pick up 1 of my whips each month. And I think I'm going to choose the one that I'm the closest to being finished with, and do 1 of those each month and try to get a finish. So if I do that, I should have, I know we talked about this last week and I had you guys guess. If I do that and I can stay consistent with it, I should have at least 12 finishes by the end of the year. At least. So fingers crossed that I am able to maintain that pace and actually get those done. So we will see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I won't lose my stitchy bug the way I did this past year. Okay, so let's go back. I had asked the question, are you a caller or are you a texter? So let's go back and see what everybody said. Melissa likes to text first and then call. Okay, fair enough. Alex, hello, Alex. They say they like to text. I will ignore someone's call just to text them, what do you want? Oh, see, and I'm the opposite. Somebody will text me and then I will call them. Crazy Cat Lady is a caller. Crystal says it's easier to teach on video call. This is true. And that's what we were doing last night, but that's okay. Janine says, I've had a great night. Got to get up and got to go get up and do this again. No problem, Janine. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope to see you again. Make sure I'm doing this correctly. 1, 2. All right, we're going this way. Ginger says she's both. She likes to text and to call. Amanda says, I did that text on accident to my boss today. I got the reply of get to work. Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you about that, I guess. Charlevan's a caller. No problem, Rob. Yeah, it is 2 a.m. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so happy to see you every time that you come in. I hope you have a good week, and I will talk to you again soon. Tia's vote is for me to keep going. Tia will be on in about an hour and 15 minutes. Is it 9:30 or 10? That's 9. Maybe it's an hour. I can't remember, Tia. She'll be on here soon. Let's put it that way. Tell it in Texas time. Soon. You're keeping me selfishly happy while working on ERs. So yes, keep going. Okay. There we go. Tia prefers to call, but I get to speak to many more and check on everyone by just messaging them. I just have big thumbs. I get nothing done. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah. Okay. You know what I miss? I'm taking it way back here. I miss my BlackBerry so hardcore. That was the best keyboard ever. Anybody with me on that? Like, I loved my BlackBerry. Hardcore loved it. Anybody else have a BlackBerry? Hopefully you guys actually know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you do. Diamond Queen says, I'm a caller when I'm not at work and a texter while I'm at work since I can't talk on the phone, but I can text real quick. Yeah, I'm not a very quick texter because the keyboard, the letters, like iPhone, why you got to make the keyboard so small? People got fat fingers and it just doesn't work very well. I'm just saying. Carla is both. Robin likes to call. 9:30. Okay. So we have a little bit of time. Thanks for your help tonight. Need to put me and the pups to bed. No problem, Robin. Have a great evening. I hope that you sleep well. And we will talk to you soon. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I got to focus on which way I'm going. Which little doohickey I'm on. That's the technical term. Sherry said she'd go live this week, but you don't see her lead thumbnail. Okay. Well, if she gets upset, I guess she gets upset. But if we're not seeing her live, I think it'll be okay. I loved the keyboard on the rim also. Which one was the rim? I do remember I did have that slide up one. Like, it was about this size, and then you just slid it up for the keyboard. I liked that one too. Sidekick, that's what it was called. Yeah. Yeah, a sidekick. I had one of those. I didn't have it for very long. I think it died a pretty quick death. But that BlackBerry, man, I could type like a crazy person on the BlackBerry. Okay, and one more here. Oops. I started this down one line too few, but that's all right. We're leaving it. We're going to call that a customization and just keep going. That's why it looks funky. It'd be fine. I'm not doing it for anybody but me, right? Okay. Thank you, Diamond Queen. I really am enjoying this pattern. So this one, this is the Stitchonomy style. And like I said, I signed up for this back in like early December. I happened to stumble across it, and they were letting you do it for free at that time. You could sign up for free. And they had a suggested color palette, but of course you can see it's not one that you really have to stick to a color palette. I decided to do the pastels, the wintry type pastels, because it's not something I would normally choose. I like bolder, darker colors, as most of you know. I'm more of a jewel tone kind of a girl, but I thought this is very winter-esque, so I will make it in winter colors. And so I got started. This released on Christmas Eve. And so I sat down on Christmas Eve and I stitched it. It took me about 2 hours or so to completely get it done. And then they release a pattern every 3 days. Now, if I would sit down the day the pattern comes out and work on it, more than likely I would be caught up. But I don't do that, even though I should. So I'm playing catch up. But I have noticed, so like there's this row of these stars, and then there's a row of, I call them toboggans. They're the hats with the little pom-pom on top. And then there's another row of snowflakes like these. They repeated these snowflakes almost, or very similar anyway. I'm not really a fan of them. So I'm leaving the next row of snowflakes out. And then they've got some really cute mittens that go under the hats, that I'm going to put under the hats. And then today they did another release, but it's these snowflakes again. So I'm not real sure how I feel about it. I may wait. I may do the toboggans and the mittens and then see what comes next. And I may do like these snowflakes again. I'm not sure. But I'm not liking necessarily. I'm loving the pattern. I do like the pattern. It's super cute. It's easy to maintain. The pace, the patterns are simple. They're fun to stitch. But they, okay, so hang with me here. Let me explain. It's like element, element, snowflake, element, element, snowflake, and then they mess the pattern up. Does that make sense? Is anybody else's OCD going, but wait? Because mine is screaming, but wait. And I think that's what it is. So we'll see how I go along. I may, you know, like I said, make the decision to alter some things, change it around. And that's the beauty of cross stitch, is I can do that. That's one of the things I really enjoy about cross stitch, is if I don't like it exactly the way it's charted, I can change it. So what have you guys got going on this week? Anything new, exciting? Or what are you reading? What are you watching? General life updates? All that kind of fun stuff. So I'm running out of things to talk about. I go crazy if it isn't symmetrical completely. Yeah. So that's what this right here is, one of those things. you have to really, I think you're going to have to look at it once I get it all done. So that's not really going to bother me. I don't mind having little mistakes like that. I think it gives everything character. So I'm okay with leaving that, but the like not being element snowflake bothers me. I don't know why. I guess I'm weird like that. So, what is the best new thing that you guys have found this week? Something that just made you super happy. Got your creative thing, your creative juices going. Am I going the wrong way? No, I'm not. Okay. See, now I'm starting to doubt myself as I'm doing this. Which is probably the point that I need to walk away. So we're going to finish this star. And then that will be it for us tonight. So your best new thing that you found this week that you feel like everybody else should know about. So Rob's was apparently KFC chips. Just saying. See, Tia says, I'm almost done with LA's Finest. 2 episodes left. This show was really good. I don't think I ever watched that show. But that is her best new thing. She's loving LA's Finest. Fair enough. Fair enough. So my best new thing, obviously, is the Duke from Bridgerton because, hello, honey. He's pretty. He's real pretty to look at. Just saying. Diamond Queen says, I'm trying to finish your Fire and Ice. Mine is going to look so different than anyone else's. How is it going to look different? What did you do to make it different? Are you adding... Oh, I know you were talking the other day about adding ABs and jellies and stuff like that, weren't you? Was that you? Was that the conversation that I had? Or that y'all had that I saw? Amanda says, or when there's blood all over it because your needle left your finger. Listen, I'm stitching on black. It'll be fine. And this has a ball tip on it, so it's not pokey. But it does find the holes really well. Billy is trying to get some whips done. He has 4 of 5 to go. Oh my goodness, Billy. Billy. Are we going to have an intervention? That is a lot. Pippa's best new thing, she just found Clouds Factory. Pippa, how did you not know about Clouds Factory? Oh my goodness. They have some stupid cute patterns, y'all. Clouds Factory is a cross-stitching company, and they've got stupid cute patterns. For reals. Ginger says, you've been watching Discovery of Witches on Prime. What do you think about it? Tell us. What is it about? Because I think I know which one you're talking about, but I'm not positive. Amanda is cleaning your craft room and organizing. I found clear bins and labeled it all. Feels nice to be organized at least for a few days, for sure. I love organizing stuff, you guys. It's probably why my craft area is actually the cleanest part of the house, is because I really enjoy having things in a place where they go, and I can, you're not having to look for things all the time. I can find what I need. Started at the bottom. You're doing correct. Okay. Amanda needs the intervention. You have 7 whips, Amanda. Amanda. I'm not going to say for shame, but dang, girl. That's a lot. A lot. Bridgerton is too short. Amen, Pippa. Absolutely. I can't imagine them not doing a season 2. As popular as it was like their 5th best show of all time or something. And that was just in like the first 2 weeks that it was out. It hasn't even been out a full month yet. So I can't imagine them not doing a season 2, especially with, I think there's only 2 seasons of The Crown left. And some of their other shows, some of their originals are going to be, so they're going to need new shows to come in and take their places. And so I'm really hoping that they will go ahead and do the 8 seasons for the 8 books. I think the next book in the series that I'm planning to read is going to be, I'm going to skip Benedict's book and go to Colin's book. I think is what I'm going to do, to be real honest. I changed out a lot for ABs and crystals. Okay. Wait, what? Danielle? Where you been, Danielle? Marilyn says she hasn't dotted in over a week. I'm going to assume that means diamond painting. Yeah, nerdy, stupid, cute. Exactly. What was that name? What name? Melissa got her second COVID shot yesterday, and it's making me feel like crud. Binged watched some of a show called Mom. Okay. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well, but I'm glad that you are protected now. Why does that look weird? Hold, please. 2, 3. That's what I did wrong. Okay. Let's try this again. Put that one in the wrong spot. And that's why it looks weird. Okay. Let's go back. Peppa says, I think I was scared for good reason. Yeah. That Clouds Factory is definitely a rabbit hole that you can go down very quickly, and you can't come back up. For sure. I have really thought about I really want to do the Stitching Book Club Sense and Sensibility Sal, but I think I'm going to try to save that as a reward for getting some of the ones done that I already have, because I am not real happy about how many whips and projects that I own for cross stitching compared to how good I was about maintaining a certain level with diamond paintings. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't have nearly as much as a lot of people, but for me, it's a lot. And so if I can maintain my goals, then that'll be one of the ones that I think I'll get at the end of the year as a reward for myself for getting some finished. Okay. Amanda says, well, the one I took to the retreat is still in the box. Oh my. Pippa says COVID restrictions are going to kill the industry. I know, but I'm hoping with vaccines out that it will get better. Why do I feel I got off somewhere here and it ain't good? Y'all, I may end up having to frog this entire star. Please don't say it so. When you start having issues, this is when I need to quit. Okay, I'm gonna put it down. I'm putting it down because it is. Are y'all seeing this? It tain't right. Let's put it that way. Okay, that means it is probably time to stop. Okay, so we're gonna read some chat. Please give me a thumbs up before you leave tonight if you haven't done that already. Ginger said, I like it, but they haven't finished making the series yet. It's based on 3 books with witches and vampires and demons. Interesting. Okay. Amanda's got to finish that one for her daughter. Yeah, she does. Crystal says, I learned I can't count when I'm sick. Had to frog almost all of your black work. Oh, no. And black work is not fun to frog at all. Pippa said, Steady Thread Botanical Sal is the green one. Okay. Amanda says, yes, it's for her daughter. I figured I might get it done before July for her birthday. If not, it will go back to the retreat. Yeah. Listen, I've already decided I'm taking the Harry Potter one that I started from Victoria's Moon like over a year ago now. I have that thing 3/4 of the way finished. I'm taking it to Nana and I am letting her do the confetti on it because that's all that painting is. It's making me insane. I literally cannot make myself work on it, but I want it finished. So I'm taking it to her and she's already agreed that she'll finish it for me at the retreat. So yeah, that'll be a community. Whoever wants to sit down and work on some confetti, have at it because that's all I can handle. Amanda says, I would like a Discovery of Witches. Sounds good. Okay. I might check it out. Maybe I'll add it. There's nothing in my cup. I don't even have a cup. I forgot to get a drink tonight. So on that note, I want to say thank you guys for taking extra time out of your day today to spend with me. I am looking forward to the future and what is coming for our country. And I am hopeful, as I always am, when a new president takes office, whether it's a president I voted for or not. And I'm not saying who I voted for or anything like that. But I am hopeful for our country as always. And I'm hoping that we can do some healing and be less antagonistic towards each other. And going forward, kind of the same things that I say, on here. I'm all about trying to respect other people and being kind and turning the other cheek sometimes is the best thing to do. So please don't forget to give me a thumbs up before you leave. If you liked what you saw and you'd like to see some more, come back and hit that subscribe button and ring that cowbell because everybody needs more cowbell in their lives. And until I see you guys next time, happy stitching, happy diamond painting, until we meet again. Night, guys. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.